Good morning. Today we are going to do Module 1, Unit 2, Lesson 4. We are going to visit a new place today. We just got finished learning about Xishuao, Brazil, a school there in the rainforest. Today we are going to go to a new place. So we are going to make a prediction. What new place will we be visiting today? And what problem may we discover at this new place? Let's review our learning targets. I can answer questions using key details about the problem in Out of the Rubble from Off to Class. Do you see any familiar words in our learning target? Excuse me. Details and problem. We had a problem with the rainforest school in Xishuao, Brazil. The problem was that the students did not have any electricity. They did not have a school that went after third grade. They did not have any internet, and that problem got solved. So we are going to use details to see if we can discover a new problem for the school in Out of the Rubble from Off to Class. Let's go ahead and read in our story. So today we are going to read a new part of the book Off to Class. This section we are reading is called Out of the Rubble. Can you make any predictions what you believe the problem may be with the school? We are going to be looking for the answer to our focus question. Why is it hard for children in this particular place to go to school, and how is this problem solved? When we were reading the past few days about the rainforest school, I noticed that this page told about the problem. And then this section over here told us the solution. So I wonder if thinking about that will help us read this new section today. Okay, let's see if we can find another problem and solution pattern. This story, Out of the Rubble, takes place, here's a map. This is a tent school, and it takes place in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Can you say Port-au-Prince, Haiti? Okay, we live in North America. Port-au-Prince, Haiti is right here where that red dot is. Okay, when you see these words with the white background, these are the paragraphs, and those are going to tell the main idea of the story that we're reading. Okay, I'm going to read the first two paragraphs right here. What if you woke up one morning and found that the world around you was completely different? That your house, your neighborhood, your family, and your friends were all gone. That's what thousands of kids in Haiti faced on January 12th, 2010, when a powerful earthquake took their world and turned it upside down. The severe earthquake collapsed buildings as if they were made of cards. Streets disappeared under rubble. By the end of that day, more than 200,000 people had died. Life on the island slammed to a halt. Okay, now let's remember that the story that we're reading about, the school that we are going to read about, is just one school in Haiti. This is not what all schools in Haiti are like, but this is just one school in Haiti. Okay, what was that page mostly about? What was those paragraphs mostly about? There was a big earthquake that destroyed a lot of things. Let's look at this title again, Out of the Rubble. Why do you think this chapter is called Out of the Rubble? Okay, rubble are broken pieces that are left when something is destroyed. So if they just had a big earthquake, then out of the rubble lets us know that rubble is talking about pieces left over from the earthquake. So why is it hard for children in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, to go to school? Okay, it's because they just had a massive earthquake. And if you don't know what an earthquake is a strong shaking in a part of the Earth's surface. Okay, if we had an earthquake, then that means the ground would be shaking very strong. Let's look at this sentence right here. That's what thousands of kids in Haiti faced on January 12th, 2010, when a powerful earthquake took their world and turned it upside down. Do you hear a word inside of powerful? What word do you hear inside powerful? I hear the word power. So the earthquake in Haiti was a strong, powerful earthquake. What happened to the buildings because of the earthquake? They were knocked down. Okay. Let's take a language dive. That's when we take a sentence and we dive into it to see if we can better understand what that sentence means. So let's take a break from our story for just a second and do a language dive. Okay, let's look at this sentence. Life on the island slammed to a halt. Halt is a word that you may not know. Halt means to stop. Life on the island. What island are they referring to? They're referring to Haiti. And slammed. Can you show me how you can slam your hands together? So if it says life on the island slammed to a halt means it stopped quickly. So let's put this sentence into our own words. Life on the island slammed to a halt. We could say life in Haiti stopped quickly. Okay? What do you think their life is like on the island before the earthquake? What are some things that they would normally do every day? I bet they went to school. I bet they went to work. I bet they had fun. So this sentence is letting us know that their life in Haiti suddenly stopped. We also saw two new vocabulary words. We saw the word damaged and we saw the word destroyed. If something is damaged, it just partly breaks. So look at this car. You can tell it has been damaged. Now let's look at the word destroyed. Destroyed means something is completely ruined. Look at this house. It is destroyed. What do you think caused this house to be completely ruined? Okay, now let's take these three words, damaged, destroyed, and perfect, and we are going to put them in order by what it means to be not broken to very broken, because we need to make sure we understand the difference in damaged and destroyed. So first of all, what word means something that is complete and not broken? I think the word perfect would go first. What is something that is slightly broken? Damaged. And then something that is completely broken, very broken, destroyed. So if you thought perfect, damaged, and destroyed, you are correct. Now, if the schools in Haiti, in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, were damaged and destroyed by the earthquake, what kind of problem does that have for the school? What kind of problem would that cause? Yeah, children would not be able to go to school. If the schools are damaged and destroyed, they're not going to be able to go to school. Let's go ahead and read some more to find out what happened. Let's go ahead and read these two paragraphs right here. Some sense of normal. About half of the schools in and around the capital city, Port-au-Prince, were damaged or destroyed in the earthquake. Going to school, seeing friends, and having a routine is really important for kids after a disaster. It makes life feel closer to normal for a few hours a day. And having a routine means they are on a schedule. They know what they're going to do every day. But how do you get kids back into school when the world around them is in chaos? When you can't even think about rebuilding until tons of debris have been cleared? You set up a temporary school and you do it as fast as possible. One way that readers share what they have learned and what they have read is through writing. So today we are going to begin writing an informational piece. So let's look at our learning target. I can write about the problem in the section out of the rubble using details from the text. So what are we going to be writing about? We are going to be writing about the problem in the section out of the rubble. So what problem did the students in Port-au-Prince, Haiti have? That's what we are going to be writing about. Informative writing informs the reader using facts and details about a subject. So this is an informational piece, so we are going to have facts and details in our writing. Today, we are only going to be looking at two parts of our informative writing. We are going to be looking at a focus statement. A focus statement introduces the topic. That's where we are going to tell what we are going to be writing about. We are also going to be beginning to write the information about the problem. Describe the problem using key details from the text. So those are the only two parts we're going to look at. We're not going to look at these other two today. So let's look at an example of a focus statement. Remember, this introduces the topic. So let's take our story from the Rainforest School and look at a focus sentence. Okay, focus statement. We're just introducing. In a rainforest in Xixual, Brazil, it was hard for students to go to school, and their community solved the problem. Okay, this focus sentence did not tell what the problem was. That's going to come later. The focus statement only told just a brief introduction of the topic. Okay, it was very brief. In a rainforest in Xixual, Brazil, tells where it happened. It was hard for students to go to school, and their community solved the problem. Okay, and we're going to practice with this, but this is just an introduction. You're not telling everything yet. Okay, the yellow part that's highlighted, that's information about the problem. That describes the problem using key details from the text. So now let's see how they gave information about the problem. The problem is that the small school only went up to 3rd grade. There was no electricity in the village, so learning was more challenging. Okay, we've introduced the problem and we briefly told about the problem. Okay, so let's think about what you will write for your focus statement. And you are writing an informational piece about the problem in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Okay, so let's look at the model from the story of Brazil. In a rainforest in Brazil, it was hard for students to go to school. and their community solved the problem. Okay, so this is a good model. This is what you can use as an example when you write your focus statement about the school in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Let's look at the model, the example of the school in Brazil, and you can use that as you plan your writing for the school in Haiti. The problem is that the small school only went up to 3rd grade. There was also no electricity, so learning was more challenging. Okay. Skip to this one right here. Here's an example of a focus statement. Let's see if we can revise this to make it have a little more detail. In a rainforest in Brazil, it was difficult for students to go to school. Okay, let's revise this. That means we are going to edit it and add more detail. We could say, in a rainforest in Brazil, it was difficult for students to go to school and their community solved the problem. Okay, we added some more detail to the writing. Okay, and we need to make sure that our sentences make sense and that each part of the writing is doing its own job. Okay, that's what revising is. So this green part was the topic. We're just introducing what our paragraph is going to be about. Okay, let's look at this one. In a rainforest in Brazil, it was difficult for students to go to school and their community solved the problem. Do you see anything wrong with this sentence? Okay, what did you notice that was wrong with this sentence? It needs a capital letter. Don't forget, when you do your writing, you have to begin it with a capital letter, okay? All sentences begin with a capital letter. Okay, let's read this and see if it makes sense. In a rainforest in Brazil, it was difficult for students to go to school and their community solved the problem. Okay, does that make sense? I think so. I think it makes sense. Okay, let's look at how they told what the problem was. The problem is that the small school only went up to 3rd grade. There was also no electricity in the village, so learning was more challenging. Okay, does that tell what the problem is? Yes, that told what the problem was. Okay, so make sure when you are looking back at your focus sentence and your problem, your sentences begin with a capital letter and end with a period. Okay, go ahead right now and I want you to type in what you think a good focus sentence and your problem would be for the school in Port-au-Prince, Haiti.